This show is sponsored by printbymagic.com. We print directly to your bicycle playing card.
Hello and welcome to the Magic World Review Show. I am James Anthony and today is a medium quick review show. We can't do FaceTime live today just because we need to get this done in the morning, ready for the afternoon. Simple as that. But welcome. Today we're going to be reviewing two products. So the first product is Conscious Magic by Gerard and Ran Pink, Episode 1, Limited Edition. And the second product is Coffee Cup by Mariano, Goni. Then I'm going to be displaying some of the 3D printing that we've just started, telling you about our new service. And of course, we will then simply do maybe a little competition, something like that. I think that sounds good. Let's give away a deck of Aquatica cards at the end. So, let's get started with the review show. This week, we're going to start off with... Let's start off with Coffee Cup by Mariano, Goni. If there's a trailer to this, let's cut to it now.
Send me, I know you. Send me, darling, you. Send me, I know you. Send me, darling, you. Send me, I know you. Send me, darling, you. Darling, you send me, darling, you send me, darling, you send me, darling, you send me, you send me, you send me, darling, you.
And we're back, and that is Coffee Cup by Mariano, Goni, and it's a sort of new take or a take on Rennie Levand's Breadcrumbs, and of course this dated back before Rennie Levand as well, as he documents inside the video. This one retails at £32.99. Now, let me clarify what you get with this. You do not get the cup, so you need to buy a cup from somewhere, a small coffee cup. If you've not seen the routine that Rennie Levand has performed with this, I really urge you to go and watch his original video. His performance is incredible, and not just of this, but him as himself is simply one of the best performers I've seen in terms of sleight of hand with one arm. It's amazing. I can't even explain how amazing he is. The story that he tells and how he puts across his magic is legendary. Now, in terms of this compared to that, let's start off. How do I even begin? Okay, first of all, watch René Levan's video. I would highly urge you to get his DVDs probably ahead of this. I'd say that you're going to learn so much from him, and it's not just this trick that you're getting. I think it was by International Magic, his lecture originally. So I highly recommend those DVDs. Now this takes and adds a bit of a new twist to it, which I quite like. I'm not sure if I would prefer it to René Levan's, and also the trailer and the video you see of it is very much a non-verbal performance. So it's just there with the music, he's doing it, but René Levan's has got character, it's got voice, it's got theatre, it's got everything about it. So in terms of learning from my opinion, I would go and definitely get the René Levan's version. In my opinion, the coffee cup is a nice little piece of kit, and it takes it another step further. So if you like the original one by René Levan, then definitely take a look at this. Now inside you get several cool things. One of them is from Spain. Christina would know this one. Plastilina. She said this is really cool stuff, and it's for modelling. So basically you can model the balls, the breadcrumbs, and then you can use some of the gimmicks that come inside it and all sorts of cool things that go along with it, and then it will shrink slowly in size until it sets. So then you have your breadcrumbs. It comes with this, quite a few gimmicks inside, and how to then, online instructions on how to manufacture and how to put your effect together. So first of all, with this version, you wouldn't be performing this as a walk-around event, neither with the original version either. You're going to be performing this at more of a parlour situation, where maybe you sat down or you stood up and you got a few people around you. Something where the heads are not looking directly inside the glass. They must not be able to see the bottom of the glass. And this is the most beautiful part. Now, from IKEA, you buy the glasses, so they're fantastic. That's for me. Or you can just go to Costa and pick one up. I did not say that. And what you can do is just any small little espresso glasses, you can go and practice in Costa all day long. This adds something to it with a gimmick, which you might be able to use in certain circumstances, but not in all. So yes, you would need to have it prepared. Whereas the original, you can do anytime, anywhere. So I think that first of all, as I mentioned, go and see the René Levan's version, then get this if you like the routine, because you're going to learn a lot from this as well. I wish the video was a little bit longer at 22 minutes, and but having said that, it does teach you everything you need to know. So it goes through the details in close-up and how to handle the breadcrumbs or the balls or whatever you may call them, and it's a nice little package. I've always been quite warm to this effect, so I'll give this a rating out of 10 first of all. I'm going to give this a rating of 7 out of 10. I think it's a little bit on the pricey side, but at the end of the day, you're getting a really, really nice routine, and you're getting some really cool thoughts, you're getting some gimmicks inside it. So £32.99, probably a little bit on the higher end, but still, I think it's a very nice effect, and if you put the time into this effect properly, it will be a phenomenal piece of magic in your arsenal. So there we go, that's the end of Coffee Cup. Let's move on to product number 2. This is Conscious Magic, Episode 1, Limited Deluxe Edition, includes a set of loops by Andrew Gerard and Ram Pink. Let's cut to a trailer of this product now.
Welcome to Conscious Magic. This is like a double feature. I'm Ron Pink.
And I'm Manager Gerard, and thanks for joining us. Every episode in the series, we're going to be sharing with you 2 effects, one of mine, one of Rand's, and these effects are not only really powerful, but they're meant more for casual environment performing. So you're at bars, nightclubs, house parties, friends after dinner, and you'll see us perform in all of those kinds of environments as well.
And not only are we going to teach the effects, we're going to deconstruct the effects, and you're going to learn how we got there. And hopefully that will teach you how to do that for yourself and how to find effects that fit you and your personality the best, and how to get there even if it takes a little bit of time.
So we're hoping that deconstructing these and kind of giving you guys some insights as to the whys and the hows will inspire you to kind of pull apart, I guess, some of your own magic and mentalism routines and make them better.
So without further ado, let's roll the footage.
All right.
Roll it.
Enjoy.
Ever since Paul Curry released Out of This World, there have been many variations. But my favorite's got to be Andrew Gerard's Real World. Uses an ungimmicked regular pack of cards, The spectator deals into 2 piles, and there are no moves, no sleight of hand. But what's really great about this is that the method takes place in the spectator's mind. And the premise itself involves the law of attraction, which is something I can relate to, and I know a lot of people will relate to this idea. So, welcome to the real world.
So we know magic's amazing. You can create these visual moments with a deck of cards or props that leave the spectator in wow, saying, you know, how did he do that? When it comes to mind reading though, they know how you did it. And that's what's amazing. They believe you're psychic, or you're getting inside their head. Of course, we know that doesn't exist. But if it did, it would look like Rand Pink's T-Rex. This is the most amazing method. Diabolical in nature, it's time-tested and true. In my opinion, is the best way to get inside somebody's mind and reveal exactly what they're thinking. So there's lots of ways to get inside somebody's head. What's the best way? Well, it's the way that you actually, the method you actually use, right? And this is the one that I use, and I know you're going to as well. Let's check out T-Rex.
Hollywood, let's go read some minds. I want you to focus on one person. Think of one person from all the people that you know. Just try to send out thoughts to me. Look you right in the eye. Emily.
No way! Oh my god! What? Are you serious? Wow! That's amazing! Wow! How'd you do that? Dude, how'd you do that? What the fuck? Hell no. Out of any name you could pick, fuck you do that? And that's crazy. That's my girl. That's my wife. That's nuts, homie. What's your name?
So in your life, so far, how many people do you think you've met?
I don't know. Billion? That's all. No, like, just this. Yeah, a lot of people.
I want you to clear your mind and just think of one.
Okay.
Send it to me. Send it to me and look me in the eye. Repeat it again and again. Emma.
No way! No! I'm speechless. What? No.
Every girl be with him. No, there's no way. Oh man, I gotta go. Your finger was doing it. Yeah. I don't know what type of party it is. I gotta go. All you gotta do. Some people don't see it, right? Nah, his finger's not that long. Yeah, that's what it's impossible. His finger's not that long. That's impossible. You're gonna have to argue with him.
I did too. I saw it.
Okay, I'm back, and that is Conscious Magic by Andrew Gerard and Ram Pink. Okay, so I'm going to do this nice and quick, this review. You're going to get on this DVD 3 major tricks. That's the part of the DVD. And then on top of that, he's teaching you all of the how to deal in different situations, where to perform it, the misdirection, the subtleties, and the actual connecting with the audience. Sometimes the parts that are often missed out by many effects and DVDs is the how to perform in front of people, how to take this effect. So there's no question whatsoever that all these effects will work in real life situations. No question. They are almost angle proof. I mean, T-Rex has a little bit of work to do with angles, and you have to be aware of people around you, but the real world works great, and I think it's a really nice piece of magic. It's teaching you the deeper insight into the process of creating and performing, even thinking about magic on a new level. Okay, so first of all, this is shot in a very laid-back fashion. I think you're in this home, you're here, there, you're everywhere. They seem chilled. Andrew Gerard is like, oh my goodness, super chilled. He's just like, yeah, okay. You know, it reminds me of Brit Abroad. He's just kind of totally laid back, just teaches you his stuff and talks about the stuff. Now, some of it I like, some of it I think he teaches you about the psychological side to a certain degree, But sometimes I want clear information on how to do that. How do I approach that group? What do I speak to them? What should I phrase and what should I say? And how do I do this? I'm just waving to the male woman outside. How do you do that? Now, he leaves a lot of open gates for you to find your own personality. So you have to find your groups, the people you do magic to, and like any way you can turn a trick into a great trick is by taking the time to take and learn that trick. And then, 1 second, pause. Oh, come on. It's okay. The postman's here. Postman. Sorry, mid-review show here. Okay, this is how professional we are. Thank you. Okay, that's not a bill. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, these things happen. It is a live magic shop. People can walk in at any time. So, in my opinion, yeah, you could have been given maybe a little. You are taught a lot of cool details on this, but you are still going to have to go out into the real world, play around with what to say, how to say it, and build those relationships. He talks about how important it is to build those relationships, but how exactly do you build those relationships? How do you become more sociable? How do you develop the act around it? But the nice thing about it is that he's telling you how he did it, so you can then emulate and come up with your own methods. Because there's nothing worse than you performing exactly like somebody else. So, real world, in my opinion, it is nice. It's a nice out of this world. Out of this world has been around for yonks. It's been around for ages. So, in my opinion, the trick is good, but it's more about what you're learning from the psychological side of it and how to perform it. And how to build that connection and that kind of thing again. Now, for me, this DVD is worth buying just for the middle thing. Simple as that. It's worth £32.99 for T-Rex. T-Rex is a phenomenal centre tear sort of effect right in front of the spectator by Rampink. Now, I had this myself. Maybe it was a PDF and it was double the price of this DVD alone, if I remember right. And I've been using it to this day. Walkarounds, I always have a set of sort of blank cards in my pocket, and I'm always going into this effect. And, well, not always, sorry. Only under the right circumstances with the right people, when I feel that there's one lady or one man or someone, always a lady usually, that wants to have their mind read, or you have a bit of an opportunity, you have everyone's attention to do something more intimate. So T-Rex alone is well worth the price of this DVD. Simple as that. So for that is something that you will use in the real world. I've done it over 1,000 times and it never fails to get great reactions. Now, if you've ever been afraid of the centre tear, don't be. Simple as that. This is done so beautifully right in front of them, and I can't tell you how lovely it is, the technique on it. So, well worth it. Then you get Aquatica, which is where you have two notes, money notes, and or bill if you're American, and one of the bills kind of, you take your fingers away and one of the bills kind of floats. It just looks like it, optical illusion or not. Is it? Is it not? You know, rather than, oh, look, it's floating. It kind of says, well, did you see it floating? So it creates that sort of premise. Again, I understand that sort of premise, but in my opinion, it's good, but it's not as good as T-Rex. T-Rex is awesome. So, the running time of this DVD is 65 minutes, and I think it's worth it just for the T-Rex, and the Aquatica and Real World is just a bonus, and all the learnings you get from him and the talking in the background is a bonus. My only rant on this product, and it is a rant, is, right, okay, these are film guys, cinematography and all this kind of thing, but, I mean, okay, first thing, why would you teach the explanation to the real world, out of this world, with where it has red and blacks, in black and white? Why shoot that? What were you thinking? Why would you shoot that in black and white when you need to see the separation of red and blacks? Come on, guys. All this being cool on camera, sometimes you just got to explain the tricks properly. And the same with, there was one point of it, I just have to laugh. You've got, they're having a few drinks around the table, so they've got whiskey with a big block of ice in it, for each person, and a bloody big bottle of wine unopened in the middle of the table, right where you're trying to display and show how the trick is done, well, showing the explanation, not the explanation, but showing the actual effect. And I'm like, that's obviously placed there for a reason. Why the hell put a bottle of wine smack bang in the middle of the whole thing? And then, even worse, half the time the focus isn't on the actual cards or the trick or the notes. There's one part where the note is floating and it's not in focus. The back of the head is in focus of the person that's in the way of it. I mean, for crying out loud. Anyway, that's my rant over. All is cool. Cinematography and filming is great. Don't get me wrong. But let's not forget the important things is what the effect that's happening. At least keep it in focus, for crying out loud. Anyway, that's my rant over. Apart from that, it's a great DVD. It will teach you quite a lot of cool things, and T-Rex is worth it. Boom, there we go. It retails at £32.99, and this one, I'm going to give it a rating out of 10, and I will quite simply give it a 7 out of 10. So there we go, 7 out of 10 for Conscious Magic. I think, as I mentioned, it's a little bit on the high price side. However, you are getting a set of loops with it, so as long as you use loops, either way, you're onto a win-win, really. And then it makes the DVD very, very reasonable, considering you're getting T-Rex for then probably under, well, around about £22. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. That's the end of this week's review show. I'm just going to explain one quick thing. We now have a 3D resin printer. So we can print anything. We can print the world. Here's a couple of examples. I printed this weird hook. Apparently you can rest it on your finger and put a belt or a bag and it will kind of levitate on your fingers. We will do that for next week. Then I printed the Lord of the Rings, the ring. Even with the inscription down the side, fits perfectly. And then I printed something that looks, okay, it looks a little bit dodgy when it's not attached to a phone, but when this is attached to the back of here, boom, it now keeps my phone upright perfectly. Boom. So we can now prototype anything out of different colours of plastic, and the quality is far better than regular 3D printing. Perfect for prototyping new tricks and also just printing out something really cool. So if you need something like that, just remember we're printbymagic.com as well, and ping me a message. So let's move on to competition time and tie it all together. We're going to give away another deck of Aquatica playing cards next week to a random winner for worth £8.99. And all you need to do is click subscribe, share this video, and of course the most important thing is say in the comments down below, what would you like 3D printing? What would you like to see me printing with a 3D printer? And on another note, Ian's just mentioned a really good idea. Say hello, Ian. Hello. Okay, he mentioned if you have any ideas for anything cool that could be 3D printed, that could be a magic trick, or maybe even a release, or something really cool in the future, and that you need that kind of, this kind of thing, just get in touch. Don't do it via the main comments, so send us a message, and we can always begin prototyping and seeing if we can turn your new idea into a reality. This is one of those weird printers. It kind of pulls the image up rather than printing in plastic. So it pulls it up out of this weird resin. It's amazing. So we can print anything, but ideally small objects because I don't want to waste my ink. So if you have some ideas of cool little things we'd like to print, leave them in the comments down below, and please don't say print anything dodgy, and we will do our best to print them for next week. So thank you very much for watching. I'm James Anthony. Have a fantastic day. Ciao for now. Loaded. Do you want to hit the print now button? Open cartridge vent. Check build platform. Yep, that's all been done. Confirm.